So in Ninefold, we have a lot of things that we do culturally, and we have a lot of incentives that we do during the summer for those of you guys who don't know. But probably the incentive more than any other that guys fight for, guys and girls fight for, and that in my opinion is most meaningful to me, and I think is the most meaningful award recognition that we give out at Ninefold, is our immortal incentive. And to become immortal, you have to do some really difficult things to do it. And you have to do it in the final stretch of a very difficult summer, the last part of the summer when guys are flagging and waning, morale is dropping, you're tired and worn out, and you have to do something really, really hard to achieve that. To not quit, to not go gentle into that good night, so to speak. And Martin, if you don't know this about Martin, he's been with us for years now. And every summer he's been so close, just like a hair's breadth away from getting immortality. And he's seen others get immortality. And I've literally had a talisman. I've actually had 2 or 3 picked out, and I didn't know which one I was gonna pick out for you. But I've literally had these talismans that, to me, each one of these talismans that we award for immortality, they're handcrafted, they're one of a kind in our company. No one else has them, and they all mean something specific about the individual that gets immortality. And I've had 2 or 3 that I could have put with Martin, and I actually called Ryan. I said, Ryan, I'm not gonna tell you the ones I have picked out, but I wanna know which one you would pick for Martin. And he picked one of the 3. And so that was the deciding factor for which one it was gonna be. But Martin has been close many times and not achieved it until this last summer. And it's interesting to me that this last summer was also your hardest summer that you've ever gone through. Maybe the hardest moment in your life. I don't know, it seemed like it was.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this award is so significant and important. Because in speaking of the divine here on this mountaintop, which is appropriate, to come to God, we have to suffer. And we have to overcome really hard things. We have to endure sometimes really hard things. Sometimes we have to just be in those moments where we feel like we're broken. We feel like maybe we're just hanging on by our fingernails, the skin of our teeth, just hanging in there trying to survive. And we don't see what's transpiring in those gardens of Gethsemane when we're carrying our own cross. What's happening in our souls, what's happening in our minds until afterwards. And you see how much that has leveled us up. And I think too often natural man is looking for the easy route. We're looking for easy things. We become complacent, and in my mind, complacency is like the worst sin of all sins, is to become complacent, become lazy. And so this recognition is recognizing someone moving towards immortality, doing something very, very difficult in very trying circumstances and overcoming that. So this talisman is called, we have the symbolism of ship in our culture a lot. We talk about ships and we have symbolisms for ships. There's something meaningful about ships on the ocean and being tossed about on the waves. But this talisman is a talisman that's called strength and resilience. This talisman, and I'll slaughter this in Latin, but it says fluctuat nec mergitur. Good luck with that. That's Latin. For, which means the ship is tossed by the waves, but it doesn't sink. The ship is illuminated by a star above. This is a symbol of strength and resilience, even in the eye of a storm. And myself and Ryan, who knows you intimately well, felt that this was the best one for you to carry with you wherever you go in your life, to remember that. You have been tested. You've been tested today. You've been tested many times in your life, Martin. You've come from places to get to where you're at. You've gone through a lot of sore testing. And I hope you'll always remember this and carry this with you. That these trials and tribulations that they prepare you for the next step in life, the next trial.
Tukimaliza kazi tutavalishwa tai. Tukimaliza kazi tutavalishwa tai. Tukimaliza kazi tutavalishwa